Hello everyone, I'm back with my case study 3, which is talking about the hybrid cloud deployment. So this case study talks about how a deployment happens with the cloud, what are the steps and necessary steps to be taken, how a deployment process is being done with the step-by-step process. We'll be looking forward in the slides. So, giving an introduction, as I've told, a cloud deployment model is defined with the cloud services, which is used for the model and responsible in maintaining the scalability of the resource as well. And these are the three common cloud deployments which are used: hybrid, public, and private, as we have seen in the earlier case studies. The public clouds are managed by the third-party sites, which I've told you, www.amazon.com, and the private clouds are managed by the single OS, which is within the network. This can be called as an internet. This can be called as an intranet. This can be a hybrid. Is called of managing both. Okay, this is the literature study considering the manufacturing based of the requirement with the specific cloud. Only 10% of the organization is using the cloud with the hybrid model because of the cost. And this cost is a major role, as we are discussing earlier in the PPTs as well. Advancement is an way for this to resolve the challenges, and the scholars have the most concern on the problem that will impact the adoption of the cloud, hybrid cloud negativity, such as production efficient administrator and the technology integration. What are the purpose of hybrid cloud deployments? Why do we require? Why this? The hybrid model deals with the combination of private and the public with the data as well as the application. Based on the security concerns, the hybrid cloud will be best reason for these deployments. And the newest technologies like artificial intelligence, machine learning are accessible through the cloud hybrid model without requiring you to upgrade or to the concerned infrastructure. The hassle is the creation and the distribution of apps. You may enhance productivity and to make sure it is the right resource. So what the hybrid purpose is telling? So basically, the hybrid cloud deployment consists of both private and public network. It has the security concerns for the best reasons, and the artificial intelligence and the machine learning can also be in use with this. You don't have to be worried about the distribution of applications. What are the benefits? Obviously, scalability, saving cost, security, and the flexibility. Scalability. As I've told you earlier in the meeting, earlier in the slides, scalability is a major concept that helps us. Based on the threshold count that is hitting to a website, it will be using with, if persons are eating with hundreds of people eating at a single go, it has the capability of giving exact output to the everyone. Saving cost, you don't need to buy an expensive hardware. Security, high experience of security that provides by the cloud, and the provisioning, it depends on the resources. What are the challenges, major challenges that we placed in the cloud? Privacy. With the loss with other set of centuries difficulty with the stay down. Reliability. It can be destroyed with the outage with a problem. But three significant problems including the general cloud safety concern, efficient administrative issues, and the accomplish complementary. And the constitutes of some of the obstacles that has been highlighted, both reported by the study and the approach for the further examined. Balancing of how do we balance of an hybrid cloud with the load of the machine of the workload in the secure. It is not just only the safeguard but also supports the cost and the facility of the application. It improves the security and the privacy and enhance more scalability and the flexibility. Prices are at more reasonable. This is how we compare. This is the best way of comparing a deployment model. We have a private cloud, public, community, hybrid. Okay, we have like six easy of setting and use: data security and privacy, data control, reliability, scalability and flexibility, cost efficiency, demand for the hardware hearts. When you look at the cloud, it is easy to set up, but the private, it requires IT preferences, but community, it requires hybrid, it also requires, because this private community and hybrid, this is the private network. So that is the reason we need the specific IP to authenticate this cloud. What are the data security privacies? In public, it is low. The reason is it is open to the world. It is open to the world. everybody can try hitting that URL. So that's the reason. But private, it is high. Comparatively, it is high in community and data control. Little to none. It has the data control, not more data control, but in the private it has high and the comparative high with the high and hybrid high. Reliability, obviously the public will have low because it is open to the world, and private has high, community has comparatively high, hybrid has high. Scalability and flexibility, almost everything, every private, if it is private or public or community or hybrid, irrespective of anything, it will remain high. The reason is, it's because the reason because of this is we can see it very easily. Scalability and flexibility is the major benefit of using a cloud. So that's why it is high. Cost efficiency. Public cheap, private most cost expensive, the most shared among the community, cheaper than the private model. What is the demands in the softwares? We don't have any demands. Our software, it depends on the IT that we provide, and the community has the dependency and the hybrid has the depends. This is exactly how a cloud looks like, the process of an hybrid cloud deployments. So we have an on-site private cloud, we have outsourcing private cloud, we have on-site community cloud, we have outsourced community cloud, and we have a public cloud. If we look at the private cloud, it has some information and it is started giving to the outsourcing, and it is also giving to the public, and the information that has the outsourced community, it is coming out of, and it is also the same way it has the three on-site community, and each of them are sharing among themselves and giving it to the public cloud. But when you see outside community cloud, it has only one source and giving information to the three of them, and that's how it goes to the produce for the next step. What is the conclusion that I'm going to give in this? There are too many advantages of using a small advantage is there at the end of that purely depends on the business requirement. For example, we have an EC2 machines with MFI large, but your application is supporting T2 micro, which is free in AWS. So we don't need to be using MFI large, but apparently we can use T2 micro and use the scalability feature, which will help considering the maximum flexibility. And if you think about the future of cloud computing, means it is height, it will reach billions in the future according to the author Gander. He told that it's gonna reach to the billions in a very soon time. It is already delayed with the business for it already deals with the business flows and operates the waste to the companies. And these are the major references that I got with the deployments. And Prashant is the one who has done it on the October 22nd with the desk deployment methods. And Sapotnia, which is she recently done. And Sifatullah Khan, who was the first person who got the others. And thank you.